what is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us on night 3 of our 3-night event. So, the big conclusion is where we are at. I want to say hi to some people. We got Hillary here, John, Rebecca, Susan. Good to see all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're streaming on multiple platforms and planets. Kyle's in the house. What's going on, Kyle? Rocky, Dustin, good to see you all again. Getting to know all these familiar faces. That's always awesome. So, the place that we're at is a very special place to us because this was actually the first location when we started doing our collaboration project. And that is Wildwood Sanitarium. And this place was where they did some unique testing or surgeries on people. Went from like neck stretching, things like that. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on here. If you want the true history of the place, you can go to Bree's channel over on YouTube. And last time we were here, she went through room by room and gave detailed history of the entire place. But right now, she is setting up in room 1 of the night right now. So let's bring her up. What is going on?
Hey, everyone. Not much.
How does it feel to be back?
It feels like I'm at home, in all honesty. It feels really good to be back here. I walked in and said hi to the spirits, and I've been having activity since I walked in the door.
So it's funny you say that you've been having activity. So before we go live, we are testing out StreamYard and going through the house and making sure the connection's good and holding up well. Bree at one point left the room completely. And she was gone for a minute, and I just was sitting here working on some paperwork, and her camera's up. And we started getting tapping on the camera microphone and the actual camera shaking. Now, Bree is the only one in this house. And she was in the complete opposite end of the building. So that was very interesting. We got a bunch more people tuning in. We got Jay, we got Nick, we got Rachel, just Nicole, Rebecca, Deborah, Matt, Lawrence. Thank you all for joining us tonight. So, we got 5 rooms to go through. This place has tons of activity. People don't want to sit here and listen to me talk. So, we already got some tripwire. Now, Bree, I will say with the camera angle that we're at, we can only see the corner of the tripwire there. That last one. So I don't know if you want to tilt it a little because I saw you placing some cat balls down. Now, this area, we're at the different end from where we were originally the last time we were here, because when Bree was in the other room, we saw a lot of shadow activity happening in this room. So we decided to focus on this room specifically this time. Now, there is a spirit of a young child named Tommy that is known to play in the basement. Tommy loves playing games. So, Bree, I'm going to put 30 minutes on the clock, and your job is to get Tommy to interact with you through playing some sort of game.
All right.
All right. Your timer starts now.
Okay. Well, hi, everyone. Thanks for joining on night 3 of our 3-night event. Don't know if you guys saw the tripwire already lit up. So whoever's down here with me, I can feel you, and I appreciate you interacting already and saying hi to me. So hi. I don't know if this is Tommy, but Tommy, if you're down here, I've got the lights, or whoever's down here, I have the lights on the ground. You already set them off once. I've even got cat balls on the floor that'll light up for you that you can play with. You can even kick them across the floor if you want. They're all set to be able to easily move for you. And I'm sure you've seen all this equipment plenty of times with all the people that love coming here and interacting with you guys. I know this is absolutely one of my favorite locations. It feels like home. And I just want to thank you for allowing me back into your space. I also have a room pod that's set up on the embalming table as well, if you want to interact with that. The past few locations I've gone to, they have sucked every battery dry that I've had. Mainly my 9 volts. I actually had to go and sell a kidney on the black market to be able to get some more. It's amazing how fast the recovery time is on that. I'm also going to spend some time just being quiet and listening. I think the trip light went off, but I also moved my hand at the same time, so it could have just been my movement of my hand in my pouch, and I missed it. One thing I will highly suggest to anybody who's watching right now, if you've got earbuds, if you've got gaming headsets, you guys are basically going to be investigating along with me tonight. You guys are going to get real-time EVPs. You're going to hear things I don't hear. You're going to see things on your screen I don't see. Just be cognizant of my shadow and see my shadow should constantly be going over here on this wall. But I am going to spend some time being quiet because the last time we were here, if you saw that live, you saw me put my hands over my mouth, and I'm not going to lie, I tried really hard not to scream. It sounded like somebody had ran in through the front door. So I'm listening right now. I will say, like, it feels real heavy right now. It feels like there's a pressure on my chest. And I'm wondering if I put the REM pod on the floor, considering Tommy's about 7 or 8. Oh, thank you. Can you make those light up for me again? Just so I can verify that that was you and not me setting it off with the REM pod. I mean, I don't think the REM pod, yeah. Just so everybody can see that's not the REM pod when I lifted it. Okay, so that was definite spirit interaction. Thank you so much. I can definitely tell that something's down here. Like I said, I feel real heavy on my chest. I even feel a pressure on my back. I'm hoping somebody is not sitting in this chair and I just did the most rude thing and sit on them. Thank you. Are you able, just out of curiosity, are you able to light up one of the cat balls for me too, please? I'm hearing like a clicking noise coming from this room over here. The room over here is where they had the baths at. And there's definite movement coming from over here now. It's getting like heavier, like it's almost like hard to breathe. I just heard a loud pop from the other room. And it's real cold on my legs right now. All right. Thank you. Is this Tommy? If this is Tommy, can you try to? I don't know if you guys heard that loud bang. That was from upstairs. There was a loud bang, and then there was a couple footsteps. So, Tommy, if you're in here, are you able to light up one of the cat balls for me? Please? Or can you make the REM pod go off? Just so I can validate that it's you that I'm talking to? Or do you prefer messing with the lights, the purple lights? So I actually took a nap after I got here today. I was here about 2 hours. Oh, thank you. Can you make the whole strand of lights light up? I'm gonna move the REM pod over here. Let me make sure I can see that on camera. So you guys can, I want to make sure you guys are able to see the REM pod as well. All right, there we go. Kind of. There we go. It feels so heavy. Like it's getting colder. And yeah, this is the basement. You got the brick, the concrete blocks, the concrete floor. So I know it's going to be colder down here, but it feels like it got cold. If you've investigated before, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It feels like it got colder. Like it's not. It's definitely like the temperature dropping. And it's dropping pretty quick. So I took a nap when I got here, a couple hours after I got here. I slept for about 2 hours, well, close to 2 hours. And at 4:44, I was woken up before my alarm went off. It sounded like somebody jumping up and down on the second floor. I got clicks coming again from in here. And it's weird. It feels like there's a cold air coming from this direction. Heater just kicked on. Now I'm hearing another noise coming from in here that is not heater related though. And like the heater's on, but it's, oh, thank you. It's weird. It sounds like I'm hearing a conversation coming from over here. Tommy, are you down here playing? Would you want me to get on the floor and play with you? If you want me to sit down on the floor with you, can you light up the lights for me? I'm trying right now to make sure, like, what I'm hearing is not the heating system. There's definitely a full-blown conversation. It's a male and a female. If somebody's in the other room and wants to come in and hang out with me, you're more than welcome to. I've got some chairs in here. You can come sit with me. There's even a device in the doorway that if you'd like to communicate, you could use that for communication purposes. And I just saw a flash of light on the ceiling in here. It was real quick, like just a little like ball of light. And there are windows here in this other room, but I don't see headlights going by to indicate that it would be a passing vehicle. If you're not Tommy that's in here, if this is somebody other than Tommy, can you light the string of lights up for me? So I know that I'm not talking to Tommy. I'm even tempted to kind of put the strand halfway into the other room. I even have balls on the floor that light up. And if you want, they're set up to where you can just move them easily. You can push them, kick them, roll it across the floor. I don't hear the conversation anymore. Oh, thank you. Wow, when that happened, it felt like a gush of cold air. It is so cold. It is frigid. Like right here is freezing. Do you like playing with the lights? You probably don't see a lot of people during the winter months, do you? Do you like that I'm here? Telling your story? Spending time with you? Are you able to light up the whole strand? Can you make it go from one side, from one end all the way to the other? Like, I feel tightening on the back of my neck, almost like pressure. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be real surprised if I don't jump scare myself with this. Full strength of the light before this is over. Now, when we were in here last time, I kept seeing a lot of shadow play out of the corner of my eye and here. Like something was watching me. Like it would take a step and like look in at me. It sat down on one of the chairs. I had a cat ball up here on the table, and the cat ball kept going off. I actually tried to put a cat ball up here. I don't know if you guys would be able to see it. See if I can balance that. Now, Tommy, if you're in here, there's a ball up here on the table that you can knock down, make it roll around. You can make it light up. I'm hearing movement from over here. which is where the back stairwell that goes all the way up to the 3rd floor is. Definitely hearing movement. I just heard a pipe. Like, it wasn't like a pipe rock. Like, it sounded like a pipe. It was like a bang. Like metal getting hit. Thought I saw a figure of somebody, but it was just stuff that's on the shelves in there. I had a lot of shadow play in there last time too, around the heating system. It is so cold. When I was here last time, I had a cat ball on this table and you lit it up for me. Are you able to make that light up again? You don't have to if you don't want to. Are you able to light up the tripwire again? I don't know if that's been going up or not. I've been looking around. I'm actually shivering right now. Thank you. I say I can feel you down there. I almost feel like somebody's sitting right in front of me, like looking at me. Are you sitting on the floor? You probably see a lot of people come through, I bet.
All right, and that is time. That was some great activity.
Yeah.
There was a few times where you were looking other places. That tripwire kept going off that you didn't even notice. So had quite a bit of that actually.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So why don't we move up to our next room and I will set this story up. I'm allowed to talk about that story, correct?
You're allowed to talk about it.
Right,
Just don't show it.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to put you backstage while you set up. So the next room that Bree is going to is the front bedroom. Now, if you watched Paranormal Lockdown with Nick Groff, you may know this room because this was a room where there was a giant mirror up on the wall that fell while he was investigating. Well, this mirror fell, and after that, they never hung it back up. I believe it fell a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. So they quit hanging it back up, and it's been sitting for quite some time on a table. Well, the other night, the mirror mysteriously moved again. So we're going to put Bree in that room and see if she can get any sort of activity or movement as well in that room. Maybe we're not looking for a mirror movement, but some form of her equipment or something. We're going to see what she can do with that. Let's see, what do we got going on in comments? There was a lot of, how'd you guys like that tripwire activity? That was pretty rad. I kind of wonder if we had something for the kid as a reward, if Tommy would have done something else. So, all right, let's Bree is just about up there. Yeah, yeah, the tripwire, I agree, Lee, is probably one of my favorite. Yeah, Kiki, I noticed you said that there was a female whisper. I didn't hear it, but I did timestamp it when you commented. So afterwards, I can't wait to go back and see if we can find that. Put string lights through the doorway by the tub. Oh, yeah. We did that on our last time when we were visiting here. All right. And Lori, you heard the female whisper too. Very cool. Well, it looks like Bree is set up in the next room. So let me bring her up on stage. She's just locking the camera in. All right.
Do you want me to show?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So this was the mirror that fell during paranormal lockdown, and it sat there for 6 years from what Brooke told me. And there was a team in here last weekend, and as you can see, it shattered, fell again. So
Pretty cool stuff. So, Bree, we
yeah.
obviously have a spirit in this room that
Yes.
is able to move stuff.
Right.
Your challenge for this one, you can use any form of equipment that you want to get the activity going. But I want to see something physically move.
Oh boy.
I'm going to give you only 20 minutes for this.
Physically move.
Yep.
All right.
Well, the floor is yours. You got 20 minutes. You can use any and all pieces of equipment.
There is a tap on the wall over here. This room is weird. Like, I even noticed this when I came in today. Like, I feel very anxious in here. Alright, I don't know how level the floor is in here, but pieces of equipment that are easy to move would be cat balls. Hopefully, I don't trip over them. I have a bad habit of kicking balls around.
I will say it doesn't have to be a piece of equipment that moves. You can just use a piece of equipment to get the activity going.
I know. I was just thinking like equipment that I have, though that would be movable. My spirits. I know from video that I've seen that you do make the mirror move. I don't know if you heard that, but it almost sounded like a footstep in here. Like things, like the feeling of anxiousness is through the roof. I just want you to know you don't have anything to be anxious about with me. My name's Bree. I'm a friend. I'm here to share your story, get to know you better. But I'm curious about something. I know the mirror in this room has fallen twice. I don't want the mirror to fall again. But are you able to possibly move something else? I've got 4 balls out right now. Those are super easy to move. There's even a ghost hat on the monkey in the wheelchair. You could probably knock off the monkey's head. But just something to, I want to see if you can move something else. It's more just, I'm curious. Just like I'm sure you're curious about me. Because I'm not here to hurt you. I can tell that you're anxious and you don't need to be anxious. There's even let's try this. There's even Christmas cards, it looks like, hanging on the wall. Are you able to make one of those move a little bit? It's easy. Doesn't take a lot of energy, I imagine. Probably not as much energy as it would for you to use to have to move a mirror. Why don't I... Alright, I gotta carefully do this so I don't cut myself. Let's try that. Alright, I'm moving my bag on the bed, so you're gonna hear that, guys. And the wind chimes are blowing outside. It's snowing here and it's pretty windy. Are you able to make one of the cat balls light up? If you don't want to move something, can you touch one of the cat balls? Just to let me know that you're here? I can feel you. I know that you're here. But that way my friends can see that you're here too. Because they're not here to feel you. They're not here to enjoy you like I am. I heard a noise from out in the hall. There's another one that's louder. That came from the kitchen area. Dining room. Sounded like a footstep. Like a heavy footstep. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you doing that. That means a lot to me. Now, you don't have to if you don't want to, but there's 3 other balls. Are you able to make one of those light up too? Or can you light the same one back up again, please? I hear walking upstairs. And I just saw a flash of light. We could play a game. What if I make one of the cards on the wall move, and then you make a different one move? Like we could do... Sorry guys, trying to adjust my angle. What I could do, what if I made this one bounce? Can you make this one over here move? Or can you do it to the same card? I feel really cold behind me, like something's standing right behind me. And it's only like from like here down that I feel cold. Oh, thank you. from here down. That would be the size of a child. Is that Tommy? Are you in here with me right now? Is there a child in here with me right now? If there's a child, can you make that ball light up again for me, please? There's a noise from behind the camera. I'm like watching these cards on the wall like a hawk to see if there's any sort of movement. Footsteps from the dining kitchen area. A lot of footsteps. Noise from upstairs. Here, I'll sit back down. I'll get out of your space. There's a lot of movement upstairs. Okay. So if you're an adult female, can you make that ball light up again? I'm not trying to make you play tricks or anything or jump through hoops. I'm just curious about who I'm talking to, who I'm in here with. Okay, I just saw Rebecca's comment. There's tape over the window. So I'm going to point it out. If you're seeing anything from this area right here, that's tape on like plastic on the window. I don't know if you were able to see me point that out or not. No, my feet are nowhere near. I'm nowhere near the tripod. I'm actually leaning over on the bed, looking at it. Hey, Kyle. I can tell you, like, my legs are freezing. I definitely feel like something is in here. for sure. I feel like the anxiety level's gone down though. I don't feel the anxiety like I used to. I don't. It was the feeling of anxiety in this room was so bad. It almost was like panic inducing. I don't know how else to really describe that. Is the spirit that's in here, are you the gentleman that made the radio? If so, can you light up the cat ball for me again, please? If it is you, I want to tell you your radio is absolutely beautiful. I hear your footsteps. I actually was going to ask if somebody had seen something in the mirror. Because I couldn't tell if it was in front of the mirror or if it was in the mirror. And I couldn't tell if it was just like, because I looked over real quick. So I didn't mention it. What I saw was white. And it was quick. If you're in front of the mirror, can you touch one of the cat balls in front of the mirror? You're muted.
Do me a favor. Did you just cross your legs or move your foot or anything?
Yeah, I crossed my legs.
Can you like undo it? I just want to see if it's a reflection that I'm okay. All right. So I saw the tip of your leg or your foot by the pumpkin in the reflection. I thought we had some sort of movement. All right. Time is up in this room.
Okay.
So why don't you go and head to our next room? Do you remember where you're going?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to put you backstage for that. So yeah, the light in the mirror, at first I thought it was possible leg, and that's what I thought I was catching on our end. However, then Bree mentioned seeing it, which can't be leg at that point. So definitely need to go back and re-look, because what I also saw was some sort of white, something white. I don't know if it was a reflection of light. I don't know what it was, but it was something white that was right by that lamp. And kind of in front of the window's reflection. So that very interesting. Excited to look back at that. Had some more cat ball interaction in that room. That was very cool to see. Kind of do have to wonder if it's Tommy following her around from room to room. Now, this next room that we are going to is possible mist. The next room that we are going to is the seance room. Now, when we are here, we are going to try to make contact with some of the spirits to see if there is any possible connection to Hinsdale, which we were at 2 nights ago. So we are going to try to use some equipment and see if we get any interaction. Let's see. We were getting light reflected by cars at the intersection of the store just below the building. Was a busy street. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Definitely still going to check it out. Like I said, what I saw, I wasn't 100% sure was a reflection or not. This looked more like something solid.
It was solid, it was white, and there's not a lot of traffic right now. It's snowing pretty good. And I haven't even heard that much traffic, to be honest.
Well, I'm going to go back and look at that while you were doing this part of the investigation. Now, I was filling them in that there's talks that there's possible communication with Hinsdale here.
Yeah.
So I will let you use the tools that you need to use and see if you can contact somebody from Hinsdale. I'm going to give you 25 minutes on that.
Well, if you want Hinsdale, I can give you Hinsdale.
All right. Well, you're up. Clock starts now.
I'm not gonna lie, this part has me on edge. Because if we're gonna do communication with Hinsdale, I can already guarantee we're gonna get it. For those who don't know, when I went to Hinsdale in October, I ended up with a spirit following me from Hinsdale. It ended up turning into an attachment, and I had to go through a holy fire Reiki session to get it removed. When Nick and I went back with our friend Bill in October, or not October, sorry, New Year's. I ended up with something else following me back from Hinsdale. Not as unpleasant as the first one. This one is actually very protective of me. He's a teenager, and he says that his name is Nick as well. So if you watch Nick and I's TikToks when we're live and we're investigating together, you'll hear us talk about it. When we were at Hinsdale on Friday, I used the SB11 when I was standing next to the portal in the upstairs closet at Hinsdale. And when I asked if Tommy came over there to play, I got a yeah. I'm going to run necrophonic. I'll wait for the phone to turn back on. I always turn the phone off when I'm done with it. So my setup, I've had people ask, my setup is really simple. It's in an antique looking box. It's called a boo box. There's a couple that actually sells these. They put them in a bunch of different, I've seen them in Scooby-Doo lunch boxes, metal lunch boxes. What I like about mine is with an antique look, it's a great trigger object for a lot of the locations that we go to. It's got a power box, it's got a speaker in it, it's got a track phone that's got 12 different apps downloaded onto it. I always put a battery pack connected to it, just as a safety measure to make sure that my stuff doesn't die. Out of all the apps that's on the phone, Neverphonic is the one that I've gotten the most valid responses with. And there's a dog barking down the street. In case people hear that. So out of respect, I'm going to introduce myself to the spirits again. So spirits, I've been here for a while today. I want to thank you again for allowing me into your space. I want to thank you for any communication that you're willing to have with me. And I'm sure at this point you already know my name. Hello, spirits. How are you? Oh. How many spirits are upstairs with me right now? Do you remember me? Yes. Now, I heard a number when I asked for a number. It came real quick. I'm just curious to know what you guys thought you heard. Please don't something. So, spirits, I'm curious. When I was at Hinsdale on Friday, I asked if Tommy shows up at Hinsdale and got, yeah. This is torture. Hey. Hi. So, can you tell me, does anybody from Hinsdale come over here to hang out? Yes. Who from Hinsdale? Is there anybody from Hinsdale here right now? Or I already tell you who's here. Can you give me your name, the man that's here from Hinsdale? I'm here. I know you're here. I can feel you right now. Can you say hi to my friends? Douche. Well, that's not nice. Who dat? So who from Hinsdale? He's here. Who? Okay, I feel like something just pinched my butt. Looking good. Sweetie. So who just pinched my butt? Hinsdale. Who's here from Hinsdale? Can I get your name? Please. Beautiful. My pleasure. You're safe. Is Nick here with me right now? Yep. Here I am. Nick, can you say hi to my friends? You don't need to be shy. Can you say hi? Hey. Sup? Do it. Ian. What's another name of somebody that comes over? Who's somebody? What's me? Who's me? Who else comes over from Hinsdale? Okay, I'm feeling like a sharp pain right now, like right here on my back. Kind of like somebody just poked my back. Sex. What? Is Tommy in here right now? Or is Tommy visiting Hinsdale? No. Okay, so Tommy's here. Hi. Here. That was a full sentence, but I missed that. So, Nick, are you able to tell me, is there anybody else from Hinsdale with us tonight? Yes. Can you give me the person's name, please? I am. Do any of the Native Americans come over to visit? Do they come up this way?
No.
something about today. Tom's here. So I'll have to look and see if Tom's a relevant name for Hinsdale. Hi. I'm really surprised. I haven't heard my name come through yet. Can you guys say hi to me? Can you say my name? Or can you say hi to my friends that are watching right now? Yeah. It's recording. Shh, she's recording. Wow. Are you staying quiet because I'm recording? Yeah. You don't have to be shy. Woman. It's heavy. I will not repeat what I'm watching. I don't know if there's a fly, but I just saw something like go around my tripod. Bro. Is Ian from Hinsdale here? Yeah. There's somebody that goes by 2 names. Hey. There's somebody that goes by 2 names from Hinsdale. Who is that? That's me. Well, who's me? Listen to me. So can you give me the name of the place that we're in right now? What's the name of where we're at right now? I thought I heard Wildwood, but it was like the way it came through. And I'm seeing something by my tripod again. It like peeked out, but there's nowhere to peek out from because there's a counter right there. I'm curious, is there a book in the kitchen that I'm supposed to look at? You guys kept telling me book last time. You kept saying book. What book am I supposed to look at? Do it. Is somebody in the doll room right now? I keep seeing what looks like somebody in the doll room. Who's in the doll room? It is really cold around my legs again right now. Who's right here with me? Yes, and that was my voice. So now you're saying my name and you're copying my voice. Can you tell me who I'm doing remotely paranormal with? Can you say his name? Book by. I'm gonna look real quick. Bree. Yes. You want me to come here? Who wants me to come here? Me. I heard two names come through. I'm curious if any of you heard two names. Can you tell me who I'm doing the show with? What's my co-host name? Can you tell me the name of the woman who owns Wildwood now? Or maybe her husband's name?
And your time is up. Okay. So I had some people saying that they thought they heard a whisper behind your camera.
Yeah.
I did hear a few off noises, so it's a good mark to put that on. It was about
Okay.
it's about 8 minutes before I came up on screen here. So let's pack up, go to our next room, and I will set up the next challenge. All right, so Bree was talking about seeing something moving around in the doll room, which is one room over from the seance room that she was just in. And hopefully that what she was seeing is still there, because that is where we are headed next. The first time we were here in the doll room, a lot of people saw a face in one of the curtains behind the dolls. So interested to see if we get that activity again, same activity. This was a very cool room. In this room this time now, Wildwood is going through a lot of restoration. And Bree's objective here is going to be to see if she can get some sort of reaction from the spirits to see how they feel about that restoration project that's going on in the house currently. So Looks like she is set up. I believe she's just grabbing her equipment right now. Well, Nick is her little spirit co-host. My name is Chris, though. I am not a Nick. So let us see and bring her up here.
I'm looking at camera angle.
I like that camera angle. I think it.
There's a lot more dolls than we were the last time.
Oh, so they added a lot more dolls. Wow. Yeah.
There's more.
Very cool. So, Bree, you remember we were talking about the restorations that were going on in the house?
Yes.
Your job, using whatever equipment that you want, get some sort of response to see if we can figure out how the spirits feel about those restoration projects that are happening.
All right.
I'm going to give you 20 minutes on the clock, and your time starts now.
Oh, it's cold in here. Like, it just got cold. It felt like something just went whoosh right across the front of my legs. Something's definitely following me room to room, I'm noticing. And I don't know if it's Tommy. I want to try the REM pod. I saw something reflect in the curio cabinet here. And I'm trying to figure out if it was reflected from one of the windows. So don't mind me. I only saw one car pass, but it wasn't the same reflection in the glass. So I'm curious if anybody saw something go here across the room. Because if it went this way, you guys would have seen it, and I would have seen, that's what I would have seen the reflection of in the glass. Spirits. Brooke loves this place, and she loves you guys so much. As does her mom, Lori, and her husband, Zach, and even their children. And they love you. And they're trying nothing more than to try to preserve and restore Wildwood. Bring it back to its original grandeur. I've got a REM pod on the floor that you can touch. We can use it to communicate with. All you gotta do is get close, and it'll pick up on it. And if you want, we can try to communicate with that. Do you like that they're saving the building? Are you able to touch the REM pod for me to let me know? I really feel like I'm supposed to bring trip lights in here, so I'm gonna be right back. I keep feeling like I need that, and I can't shake that feeling. You know what? I'm also gonna put these lights on the floor too. So if you want, you can just use the lights on the floor to communicate. Now these are brand new batteries, so that light should not be doing that. Can you put that? Thank you. Just in case that was spirit, I always like to say thank you. Are you able to light up the lights that are in a circle on the floor? Just so I can validate that you're here. I can feel you. But that way we can show my friends that you're here with us. I just heard movement underneath. There's a little table in the corner. Like a little, thank you. That was a good hit. Now, Brooke and her family. You know that they're trying to save the building. Are you happy that she's saving the building? Can you light up the lights on the floor? If you're happy about it? You just lit them up to say hi to my friends, so I know you can light them up. I'm going to pull out. I'm going to sit next to the phone. I've got an SB11. So it's 2 channels. One will be running forward, one backwards. I'm going to see if we can get some responses on here. Spirits. Oh, thank you. That was really cool. Are you happy that Brooke and Zach and Lori are working hard to save the building? Yes. I just got a response with the trip light. You love Brooke and Zach and Lori, don't you? And that they're trying to save your home? Yes. Okay, so even though I'm not getting anything on SB11, I am getting immediate responses with the trip light right now to my questions. So I want to ask an off-the-wall question, completely separate about saving the building. Are there dolls in here that have spirits with them? You can even touch the REM pod if you want. You don't have to just touch the lights. Or you can speak through my spirit box. That's me coughing. All right. I'm going to use the necrophonic right now. You guys remember last time I was here, I sat down on the floor and held a doll in my lap. But I really don't want to do that this time. Bree's back. Yep. I am back. I came back to say hi to you guys and spend some time. How many spirits are in here with me right now? I just heard 8. I am nowhere near the phone to move the screen. I do have a fly crawling on my rig, though. So how excited are you that the Wildwood is being saved? I'm hearing a lot of movement like over here with these dolls. Like it almost sounds like something's crawling on the floor, like from the right to the left and then back. I don't know how else to describe the noise I'm hearing. Am I hearing you crawl on the floor? Yep. Do you guys love Brooke? Yeah. I'm hearing movement. From the room right outside the doll room. Who am I hearing right now? I got like 3 names. Is there more than 4 spirits in here right now? Yes. I can hear the heater. But I'm also hearing like a tapping. And that sounds like it's coming from like the seance table. Where all my gear is. Are you enjoying playing with the lights on the floor? I was tempted to put them like closer to the dolls, like over stuff, but some of these dolls look old. And I don't want to be disrespectful. Feels like something just walked in the room. It is really cold right in front of me right now. And I'm hearing the movement again. I'm actually going to turn this off to see if you guys hear it too. And just so everybody knows where I'm sitting at right now, I cannot see the phone. I can't see the camera screen. Thank you. See, I told you guys I had a feeling I had to bring those in here. I was able to get valid answers, responses. Yes. Was that you telling me to bring the lights in? Yeah. You showed me exactly where to put them too, didn't you? I kept seeing the light. Yep. Thank you. I kept seeing that I needed to bring these in so that way I could get responses to the questions. And what I saw in my mind was the REM pod with the lights in the circle around it. Do you like this room? And all the new friends that have joined you since the last time I was here? I'm hearing like a consistent tap from right over here. And it's not a tap I heard when we came in. And it's real cold again. Did somebody just walk in the room? Did a new friend join us? Or am I just feeling you still? You can use the lights to answer. And there's a fly going crazy on my rig. Now, I don't know if this is paranormal or not because a car just turned down the street. But I heard what I thought was walking upstairs. But I'm not 100% sure. Okay, why does the fly go away, fly? Does the fly annoy you like it's annoying me right now? Like, I'm only feeling cold from like mid-thigh down, like all the way to my toes are freezing right now. Is that you I'm feeling? It feels very childlike. Is it a child that's by me? Now, that was really cool because I don't know if you noticed, it was 3 lights on the left and 3 lights on the right that went off. Is this a little girl that I'm feeling? I feel like there's a little girl in here. Yes. Thank you. Okay, it just got way colder when those lights just flashed.
And your time is up.
Not bad for responses, huh?
Yeah, you got a lot of good responses on that one. This tripwire seems to be the main source of equipment getting the activity tonight.
Yeah. Which is funny because when we were here last time, they wouldn't touch the tripwire at all.
Right. Very interesting. Well, somebody there is really enjoying the tripwire tonight. So this last area that we're about to go to was where I don't know if was this the final room that we did as well last time? No. Okay, well this next area that you're going to is a little bit of a hike and you're not going to be able to bring a bunch of equipment with you.
No.
So take what you want, go get ready, and I will set us up for that next area.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're coming to the conclusion of the night. The final room that we are going to tonight is the attic. Now, she does have to kind of climb up a ladder to get there. So it's going to be very minimal equipment that she is taking with her. Now, last time we were here and she was in the attic, it was a challenge that was basically just her sitting there and talking about what she was feeling, the senses she was getting. We're going to do that similar today as well. However, she's going to bring a laser grid with her and possibly the tripwire. We did have the tripwire up there last time and got a couple of hits. So we are going to bring that with us again tonight up there. She's packing up right now. Not sure if you are watching the game right now. The Lions are up 24-16. So, you're a sports fan. I know I'm from Detroit, so we're rooting big time for the Lions right now. This is awesome. It'd be great to see them actually get to the Super Bowl this year. So, Bree is going upstairs right now. She's working on getting up into the attic. I'm going to have her up there for probably about 20 minutes. And while she will have that equipment up there, she is basically going to be talking to all of you about the emotion she feels, the stuff she sees, hears, any sort of touch or anything that's going on. So, yeah, she's getting ready to go up. Looks like I think she's putting the equipment up there, and now she's back on the move. Yeah, the Ravens did choke tonight. They did. We appreciate that, John. This is one thing. So when I go to paranormal investigation, I think something that gets overlooked is a lot of people rush in. They just want to start setting up equipment. They just want to start talking to the spirits. I always think it's important that you go to the location and you become one with the location, as if you are supposed to be there with them. I know a place that I hold very near to my chest is Bill Manor in Ohio. I love going there. And for the first few hours, every time I'm there, I just kind of sit around. I'll eat some food, read a little. I don't do the investigation right away. I want to feel like I'm part of the house and just kind of take it all in, which is what she is going to be doing here. We just saved it for the last of the night because we did get some really good activity, and I'm excited to see with this laser grid up and if we can catch anything. We had the laser grid up for part of the time, our first visit, and we definitely saw some movement up in the attic. Now, how the attic's set up, she doesn't have really room to walk around because it's kind of like rafters and that, so she'll just be sitting in one place, and we'll be going over everything that she is sensing. Give me that thumbs up when you're ready, Bree. I see that you're up there. Okay, bringing her on up.
I need to see camera view.
Okay, you see the camera view.
Because I'm not going to see my screen, guys.
And I think that is good that you don't see your screen, because I think you should be separated from all of us and just one with yourself.
So you're going to need to tell me about the laser?
Okay. Ooh, with the blue light, I'm not sure if we're going to see it.
Don't tell me I got to turn that light off.
I can see, right now, I can see it a little bit on the wood rafters. However, I don't see it anywhere else. Oh, and Brooke says their next restoration project is to put a floor up in there in the attic. So that's going to be great. You're going to be able to be walking all over the place up there.
Guess we're going to have to come back so we can test it out.
Right. Yeah. Rest in peace, Paranormal. Bill Manor is an outstanding location, and it is one that you don't rush it. And I've gotten phenomenal evidence caught at that place.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. This is unnerving. It's not as cold as I thought it would be up here.
Yeah.
It's actually warm. So if I get cold...
I can see the laser grid a little more.
Probably because my shadow's over it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need to see the camera view. I got to go back down the ladder. Damn it.
What do you need to see the camera view?
Chris, you're going to have to guide me.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
No, you're fine. The lights are in the shot. They are right in the middle of the screen. I can see them there. You are perfectly blocking the laser grid at the moment.
Good. Damn it. Okay. How about... Can you see it?
Yeah, can you lower it a little?
Well, I'm using a... There? Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. I think it's as good as it's going to get.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
So let me, while you're still on screen, so everybody can see this, because you're going to need to guide me to make sure I put the camera back. You guys have to understand, if you did not watch last time, how much of a this being in the attic is very much a test, because you guys have to understand Nathan, there's no running in the woods. This is how you get into the attic, by a ladder. And that is the doctor's office. That is, you go down the ladder. That's in the room down there. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to. All right, Chris, we good? Do I need to move it?
Yep.
Good?
No. Move it more.
No? Which way?
More in the direction. I think it's going to be your left, because I think you're backwards from the screen. Yep, perfect. Now you're centered. Can't see the laser grid at all, but that is what it is.
It's the thought that counts. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
oh yeah, hey, turn that laser grid to your left. Keep going.
There?
Yeah. We can see the corners. It's there a little bit. You can just barely see it. Can you go more to the left?
I mean, right?
Try. Yeah, right. Go more to the right.
Like that?
Yeah. Can you go down? There you go. Leave it like that. Just like that.
All right. Well, crap. That means I gotta hold it. Oh, somebody left lifesavers up here. Hold on. Let me see if I can build a little. Stop rolling. There?
Mm-hmm. No, never mind. It's a failed attempt. We're good.
All right. Put it back in my pocket.
Can you pull maybe the tripwire around you though, so we can see it on that? There you go. We can't really see it if it can get pushed out farther. There you go. Perfect.
All
right. So you are just kind of talking about what you're feeling, and that you got 20 minutes. Kind of just give them an insight. Become one with Wildwood.
I feel like I need to be like, dog. So I'll call out noises as I hear them. I'll let you guys know when a vehicle is going by. I'll let you know how I'm feeling, what I'm picking up on. So when we were here in November, we were able to use the laser grid. And people were able to see movement. I didn't have the setup that I have now. So but people were able to see movement behind me. I got a loud bang from that side of the attic. And I kept hearing movement in the doctor's office. You could hear like footsteps, and there's a counter in there, and you could hear drawers opening and closing, but there's no drawers in this cabinet. Like, all the drawers are missing. I could hear paper shuffling, and then I started seeing, I could feel it, and I would look, and I would see like a head popping up and like coming farther into the tiny little closet space. So it really pushed me as an investigator coming up here last time. And considering the fact that when Chris and I were at Madison Seminary, I said I would rather do the attic at Wildwood over the top of Madison for an hour over the half hour I had up there. I was joking with Chris and said, why not put me in the attic again? Especially since I've been growing more into my medium abilities. I was interested to see what more I would pick up on this time around, besides just hearing noises and seeing shadows. I'm still waiting for people to drop the memes on my facial expressions, because I thought I dropped connection when I was up here last time, and evidently I made like some great O faces, and my eyes got huge. Okay, there's cars going by right now. Two cars. It just sounded like something tapped my rig. I've got to tap back here. Sounds like something's crawling behind me on the rafters. So I'm really hoping it's not an animal that's going to bite me. The last time I really struggled with turning and looking behind me. I didn't want to. So I did. It took me a while to do it though. I feel my chest suddenly just got real tight. It's real heavy. It's like not heavy. It got real. Like, it's literally getting hard to breathe right now. I heard movement right over here. Just semi-breaking in the distance. I almost feel like something happened in this attic. I'm feeling a pressure in my back, my left shoulder. Almost like something's just... evidently putting me into tight or awkward spaces that are hard to get out of has become my MO. Raptor again behind me. Like the last time when I was here, it wasn't just like one of those little like taps. It sounded like somebody took the side of their fist and went whack on the wall. So how about them Lions, huh? Pretty sure Nick's got the game on right now. He was supposed to be putting score updates in the chat, but I don't know if he did or not. There's another tap over here. I keep seeing in my mind like two, like I see the attic finished. It's weird. I see the attic like with a floor, and I see two little girls sitting in front of that window. And it got hella cold. There's a noise sound in the doctor's office, sound like a knock. Now there is a breeze in here. I'm watching. Like there's a couple little spider webs here, and I'm watching them blow in the breeze. But I'm not as cold as I was. I just saw a light reflect. What was that? I got trip light. Right next to me. I told you guys, I feel like something's following me through the house right now. So how ironic, I heard a knock in the doctor's office and now the trip light's going off. And I felt that cold breeze too. But the breeze that I'm feeling when I'm watching these spider webs, they're going like this. What I felt was like a whoosh. Like it came up. There's a knock over here by the window. I feel like something's touching the back of my neck. Can you make the trip light up again? Can you do it like over here so my friends can see it? Can you say hi? There's a lot of activity right here. I'm gonna put my flashlight on just because I want to make sure it's not an animal that somehow got in. And I think the trip light went off over here. Okay, I see a window fan for like exhaust. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that there's nothing animal-wise up here that I'm hearing. So the last thing I need is like a rabid raccoon jumping on my face. Or like something that was trying to hibernate. Getting pissed off that I'm up here in its space. there's something in that corner, but it's not you. I feel like there's something right over here behind me now, too. I feel like they're curious. Like, who are you? Why are you up here? Like, I won't lie, being up here is unnerving as it is. Like, just being up here is unnerving. It's completely pitch black. I remember my experience from last time. My experience last time wasn't that bad, but it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. I do like doing isolations, but it was my very first time being in a location completely solo. I mean, besides all the haunted houses I've lived in my life. I keep feeling like out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing light, but I don't know if the trip lights are lighting up. Or if I'm seeing something else out of the corner of my eye. Like one car just passed, another car's getting ready to too, just so you guys know. Where I'm sitting, I'm looking out the attic window so I can see the traffic coming. Right above me. It sounded like there's the beam. It sounded like something just went tap on the beam. It wasn't on the roof. That was like a definite tap on the beam. Is it possible that you can knock to let me know that you're up here with me? Or can you light up the lights? I'm feeling more cold air coming up the stairs again right now. This is a whoosh. Why did I make that sound? I don't know if you heard it. Even after I turned the flashlight on, I heard a thump thump. If that was you knocking to let me know that you're here, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of worried that What is that? Do you guys hear the thumps? Like, I got the flashlight on it. Like, I can't really see. Like I said, I want to make sure, like, I don't see anything back there. And even with the light shining in that area, like, it's still making a lot of noise. I'm not gonna lie, I mainly turned the light on because it sounded like something had pushed off the wall, like it was gonna come at me. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't an animal. Because just because I didn't see something the first time I checked doesn't mean that something else, like something couldn't have popped up. But it legit sounded like something had its hands like on the wall and like pushed, like to give itself momentum. Or, like, no, not hand, maybe like feet. Almost like kicking the wall. But there's a lot of activity in that corner. I didn't have anything from that corner last time. Last time it was down here.
All righty. That is your time. So great job.
Thank you.
A lot of people, we got to go back and look. A lot of people said they saw a white mist around your right side. I know there, what is that dot of light that is to your right, I believe? Turn to your right. Yeah. Is there a dot of light way down there?
I've got the window on this wall.
Okay, so that's probably what we're seeing. That kept going dim.
Like it was getting blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Like something was moving in front of it. I wouldn't doubt it.
So, really good live, though. I mean, we had great interaction.
We did.
Things that we need to go and listen for. Other people heard whispers or breathing on the camera.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So, and a couple of the knocks that you said definitely were audible.
Okay.
Not all of them, but there was a few loud ones that you could definitely hear.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So, great job tonight. This was an amazing 3-night event. Had a lot of people catching on. Don't forget, if you haven't already reached out to Bree and you want one of these gorgeous remotely paranormal shirts, reach out to Bree. She can hook you up. She'll tell you how to get one. And are you going live again tonight? A lot of people were asking.
Yeah, I'll be live on my TikTok. So give me like a half hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get some food in my belly. And I gotta call Nick. So gotta make a phone call.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, with that being said, this was a great 3-part event. Stay tuned. Next month is a short month and we have a lot on our plate, so we may not be doing a remotely paranormal in February, but catch us in March because we will be back with another location and some more challenges. So we can't wait to get to that. And thank you all so much for tuning in and being active. We love seeing you comment. If you haven't already, depending on whatever channel you're watching on, click like and subscribe. So with that, I just want to say to everybody, have a good night, and we appreciate you all tuning in.
Yes, thank you.